Hi everyone. Just thought I'd pop by this week with a little video. Um, like I've mentioned in my email, it's actually Dying Matters Week. It's Dying Matters Awareness Week here in the UK, founded and set up by Dying Matters UK, the organisation. I'm not going to give you the history and the background in this because that's not the purpose, but Dying Matters, the organisation, if you go for their website, in fact, I'll pop it in this email, you can go and have a look and see what it's all about. They do wonderful things around the conversation around death and dying. And as most of you know, I am a soul midwife, and a soul midwife holistically, emotionally, and spiritually supports somebody on their dying journey. We are non-denominational and non-medical, but I am the current soul midwife at my local hospice and in my community, and I teach TLC days, which I'm going to come on to in a bit. So the end of life side of my work is quite important to me. It's quite a big part of my mission. And also from the other perspective is I teach about the path to inner peace. So if you are quite serious about the path to inner peace and ascension, then ignoring death, you'll miss out quite a big part of your journey and your learnings. So I would encourage you, if you're not in raw grief, and if you are, or if you're dealing with your grief on that dying on the journey, if you're doing that right now, I honour you if you want to make space for that and to re-look at death and dying when you feel able to. But if you aren't and you're just a little bit fearful of death, and I'm not dismissing that, by the way. The fear of death is quite a big deal, okay, which is why you need to explore it. Because being free of that fear in life is a massive part on the path to inner peace. And I encourage you to start looking into and accepting and embracing that that is part of life. It will never remove the pain of losing a loved one, but it will take away some of the trauma. But I'm not going to go on about that now because it's quite an emotive subject and this is not what I did the video for. I did the video to let you know what I was up to this week. So, Dying Matters Week. I am on my local committee for Dying Matters Dudley, which is where I live locally. And I've been on the committee now for about 3 years. And it's a wonderful, wonderful committee. And we host events every year for Dying Matters Week and outside of that to talk about death and dying. The beauty of what happened last year was that we now have no limitations when it comes to what location you are from, because everything at the moment is on Zoom. So whilst we're all a bit fed up with Zoom stuff, it's actually there's a beauty in Zoom as well, which means we've connected from further afield and even abroad. So I've already hosted 2 events this week, and if you were there, thank you for coming. But actually, there are still some events this week you can join in. And one of them is this Thursday, the 13th of May. I have a ticketed event, which is a 2-ticket event. So Embracing Death on the Path to Inner Peace is a workshop that I've put together. And it will be a workshop from 1 till 2:30 on Thursday in the day. And we'll be looking at what that means, a little bit about my journey as a soul midwife and how embracing death has really helped with my own well-being. And we look at how that can work with you as well. And then to finish on the evening, we come back together at 7:30 p.m, all via Zoom, and I will guide you through a full 1 hour of blissful Nidra meditation. And for those of you that don't know what Nidra meditation is, it's a form of yoga, because meditation is the biggest part of yoga. And you just lie, we just find a comfortable space to lie, preferably with eye masks and candles on, but people can come in the bed, get your bed, and I guide you through a 1 hour Nidra meditation. So it's guided throughout. And there's some more information about that on my website. So the beauty of that event on Thursday is that it's £25 to come to the 2 events. So the workshop in the day and it includes the Nidra on the evening. That £25 covers those 2 events, and all profits will be going to 2 charities. So that is Teenage Cancer Trust and my local hospice, Mary Stevens Hospice. So profits and donations will be made to there. However, if you can't come to the workshop or it doesn't appeal to you, then you can just come to the Nidra. So anyone can book onto the Nidra. Again, you can do that on my website, and it's £10 if you just come for the Nidra. Okay, that's 7:30 p.m. till 8:30 p.m. And I'm looking forward to that because it's blissful. If you've had a busy week, you can roll straight into bed and have a good night's sleep. And then on Saturday, I am teaching a full day of TLC training. It's end of life training. This is for anyone. So I have been teaching people who have actively been caring for a loved one that's dying and want to know how to be more involved emotionally and holistically. I have taught celebrants, holistic practitioners, people that are curious about this side of life. Then professionally, I've been teaching care staff, HCAs, I've even had nurses. I had the head of palliative care for my local public health come and do TLC, and she learnt a lot and has a lot to say about it, which was a big honour to have her there. So anyone really. Also, if you are curious about becoming a soul midwife and think, oh, I like the sound of that, I think I might want to become a soul midwife. The TLC training day actually acts as part of the entry to the school. So once you've done the day, you get a certificate, you send that certificate to the school. Felicity will give you another little bit of homework to do, and then you'll be accepted to the official soul midwife school. So it's really open. So this open down Saturday is for personal and professional reasons. It's CPD. It's award winning, and only soul midwives can teach this because it's part of the soul midwife school training. And I love teaching it. And it's limited spots because we go deep. But there are still a few spots. So if you're interested, go onto my website as well. I'm going to pop the links obviously in the emails below, so keep scrolling. And then just something else to tell you, which is actually not related to Dying Matters Week, because that's all I'm doing for the rest of the week now. On Sunday, there's a change in the schedule. So normally I teach restorative yoga, 8:15 p.m. on a Sunday evening via Zoom. But I can't teach this Sunday evening. So I have switched it to a yin in the morning. So 10 to 11 a.m. via Zoom. And yin, like restorative, is floor-based. But we still use props, but not as many. And instead of actually allowing the body to fully let go and be fully supported without any stretching, we actually remove some of the props so that our body opens up into a deeper stretch. So we hold the poses for a long time, and it's a really deep stretch, and it gets into the fascia. So that's really, really deep. And I love yin. My body loves yin as a student, and I love teaching yin. So we're doing yin on Sunday morning. So if you're a Serenity member, so obviously come along. Sunday morning will be your class this week. And if you're not, drop-ins of course are welcome. £7.50 a class, and you can book in online. And also I do a 10 class pass, so you've got some options there. But come join me. So whatever you're doing this week, I hope you have a wonderful time. You are my ESOL family after all, and I wish you well and sending you lots of love. And if you know me and you've been following me for a while, you know I'm not morbid. And if you are worried and nervous that it's going to be very morbid this week with some of the sessions that I'm doing for Death, Dying Matters, it's really, really not. You'd be surprised. I've just come off a Dying Matters cafe that I've just co-hosted with Dying Matters Dudley. And we just had the most beautiful conversations around death and dying that were really deep, really profound, and everybody left feeling uplifted. Death and dying doesn't have to be morbid, and it doesn't have to be sad. So I encourage you, if it feels right, to come and join me, and I promise I create a safe and loving space. So sending you lots of love, and all booking links are below. Have a good week.